America sometimes has the reputation of being a dominant, bossy, and even violent nation. According to the 2013 Wynn Gallup International Poll, a majority of the respondents believe that America posed the largest threat to world peace. On the other hand, America has also been seen as the land of the free, and our nation has fought to bring this freedom across the globe. Although there are different ways that a person may view America, I believe that Americans should be proud of their country. This year I took a college U.S. history class that increased my knowledge of American values. World War II is an example of the time when America selflessly liberated nations enslaved by the Nazis in Germany. The period of the Cold War is another example of America promoting freedom and self-determination to other peoples. The Statue of Liberty has come to symbolize freedom and democracy for people all over the world. America's actions during Cold War and World War II and the symbolic truce of the Statue of Liberty are reasons why I am proud to be an American and why you should too. After America's entrance into World War II, its contributions to the victory were invaluable. The U.S. became the principal supplier of the civilian military goods to the Allied countries and was the second largest military in the war. The U.S. was the main force behind driving the Nazis out of North Africa, Italy, and practically all of Western Europe. Western Europe was under the tyranny of Adolf Hitler, and America was key in freeing those countries. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill said, and I quote, "To have the United States at our side was the greatest joy." Now, at this very moment, I knew the United States was in the war, up to the neck and into the death. Even after Hitler was defeated and Europe was freed, America helped Europe rebuild their countries by giving them money, food, and building materials. America not only helped liberate Western Europe, but gave them a future. The Cold War is another example of America using its strength to promote freedom and liberation for other nations. At the end of World War II, Joseph Stalin, Russia's leader, wanted to control most of Eastern and possibly Western Europe. The United States, on the other hand, wanted to free and give those nations self-determination. To promote this goal, America founded the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO. NATO was founded in 1949 and included 12 countries. According to the website North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the alliance creation was a part of a broader effort to serve three purposes: deterring Soviet expansion, forbidding the revival of nationalist militarism in Europe through a strong North American presence on the continent, and encouraging European political integration. In 1948, when Stalin blockaded the Western people of Berlin from receiving much-needed food and supplies from the U.S., America did not back down. We led an airlift that flew into West Berlin and dropped food and supplies that the people needed to survive. Without America's strong presence during the Cold War, Western Europe may not have been liberated, and Eastern Europe may not have been so close to liberation. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the U.S. in 1886, in recognition of the friendship that began during the American Revolution. Over the years, the Statue of Liberty's symbolism has grown to include freedom and democracy, as well as the international friendship with France. The Statue of Liberty has been an important symbol for immigrants who have come for many generations, representing the idea of liberty and freedom from oppression. On the dedication day of the statue, October 28, 1886, President Grover said, "We will not forget that liberty has here made her home, nor shall her chosen altar be neglected." In the book, The Statue of Liberty, by Russell Roberts, he writes of the statue saying, "It has become a welcoming beacon to millions of immigrants. It represents the land of opportunity where people can be themselves, live, and work in peace." Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness was a goal that Thomas Jefferson spoke of in the American Declaration of Independence. There are countries and governments down through history who have starved their people of these rights, substituting them for oppression and tyranny. America has consistently stood for liberty and freedom, not only nationwide, but across the world. If you are not taking pride in the opportunities that this country is currently giving you, maybe you should examine the legacy of freedom and opportunity that America has brought to the world. Now that is something to be proud of.